Hello there everybody, and welcome back to Space Engineers. Wow, it is getting a lot harder to fall off things these days, let me tell you. As we crab walk around our new invention, I would like to thank you all for the wonderful name suggestions that came through in the previous episode. So, let's just get straight into it today. We had mostly insect-themed options. There were a couple people who were like, hey, name it Jeff or Steve. And I gotta say, it does look like a Steve. I see it. Jeff, I'm not so sure. But Steve, oh baby, I get it. Then there was the distinct mosquito camp, and I can see why. It's got the big old proboscis over there. It's rather engorged and engorging. But no, this is a weevil. And if you've ever seen a picture of a weevil, this is a weevil. I can't believe I didn't see it at first. This is a weevil. If it had wings, I would call it the mosquito for sure. But no, this is a weevil. Let me make it clearer. This is a weevil. Okay, so let's take control. Wait, that is the scrub. That's not the right one. Oh no, I guess that's what I want. Oh, I guess because it is the scarab right now, because it's like locked in. Oh, sherbet. I made a terrible mistake. I do keep doing this. I turned the batteries onto charge. Hold on, we gotta lock it up again. All right. This is a cautionary tale. Remote access control. And then put the batteries off charge, turn on the thrusters, then disconnect. Apparently we can do all that with the timer block. I'm not smart enough to work out how. First things first, we are going to call this the Weevil. There we go. The Evil Knievel Weevil. The Whippin' Weevil, the Wheezin' Weevil. Maybe the default will just be the Weevil. Here we go. And then we can give each one its own little moniker. Aren't they called Weevils because they're wee evils? Maybe. Maybe not. Alright, now, let's take a look and talk to ourselves. Can I bonk myself with this? Hold on, I gotta check something. It's gonna mess up the camera, but if I go into view 3... Ow.
Father, help!
So stupid. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. That's our target for today, all the way down there. We're going to have to go deal with it, so let's go and scout it out. I got to blueprint this thing before we get too close, though, that's for sure. Let's get it.
Energy low.
What happened? Oh, right. My suit antenna range only has 300 meters. That's a bit of a problem. Okay, so unless we're going to ride this thing into battle like a Valkyrie, we are going to have to improve the antenna range of the main base. So let's head back and let's do that first. Okay, a little bit of housekeeping as we come into dock here. Magic and I have discussed it, and we've decided that this series will become weekly now. It's going to come out every Saturday. So this is going to be a slightly shorter episode just so we can get onto that timeline, and then you guys will have more consistency. And then throughout the week, we'll have streams and other content. Right now, we're putting out a lot of Manalord stuff. Go check it out. You'll definitely enjoy it. Thank you to all the commenters who have been recommending it in the other videos. We really appreciate it. It's kind of getting buried a little bit by the algorithm, which is a shame, because I think it is genuinely quite fun. But yeah, we tremendously appreciate all the support that we've been getting on it. Okay, now where are we going to put an antenna? Now the new signal update did just drop. So maybe there's something there we can work with. Yeah, the compact antenna. Man, it's the perfect timing. Look at that. I have not purchased the signal update. I don't really buy DLC. It's more of a point of pride. I've only got all the other ones because Keen Software House gave them to me. Just on a whim out of nowhere the one day. So if they want to do that again, that would be nice, but I'm probably never going to purchase it. Now you may say, Lodge Unemployed, why not? Why don't you purchase DLC, support the development of the games you play? I do, by playing them, and making content, and, you know, kind of just existing, I suppose. They can gouge someone else for a 10-year-old game, thanks. Let's put that down over there, and let's put this down over there. Perfect. Compact antenna. This is actually a nice little block. I like that. I like that a lot. Hey, there we go. Okay, cool. Fantastic. Yeah, I like the way that looks too. Alright, so we've got ourselves a little compact antenna. Let's give it a name. Okay, compact antenna is going to instead be the scarab antenna. There we go. And what's the... Yeah, 50,000 meters, exactly the same. Okay, cool. No surprises there. Alright, very nice. People did suggest, hey, why don't you move the connector forward? Like, swap the position of these. It's currently like this because that's where the connection point is. We could move it around. I'm not like, overly... I'm not overly in disagreement with that plan. But right now, my thinking is that we don't really need to move it up because I am going to end up armoring. This whole thing's going to become part of an armored back, you know. We haven't done the greebling on the vessel yet. That is to come, but it will happen soon. In fact, the next big piece of the puzzle is going to be to blueprint this device right over here. So let's hop on this. I want to give it a paint job first. So let's lift it up. Uh-oh. Why can I not connect to you? I see. It's getting confused with this vessel and those ones. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So it's considering these two as being the same block. Why is it doing that? That feels like a bug. I definitely haven't had that kind of behavior before. So now if I... Yeah, that's exactly what was happening. And it might just be something, it might be a bug with the new block. It's very possible. But either way, let's go ahead and give this thing a paint job, and then we'll worry about all that in a second. If it's going to be a Weevil, what color are Weevils? They're like red, brown. I'm going to look up some reference images here. Okay, so going through the reference images here, we've got a few options. Don't judge me. I am on Microsoft Edge because Google Chrome keeps crashing. Yeah, this is pretty good. That's a cute little guy. The hazelnut weevil. Oh, this is the one who can, like, drill into stuff with his little rotating ball-bearing head. How cute. Ooh, that's a cool patina. I like... Okay, so they're all kind of, like, rusty looking. That's one thing I'm noting. They've all got these kind of, like, pitted shells. They're kind of, like, rusty, maybe even a bit hairy looking. They're kind of cute in a grotesque insect kind of way. Look at this little guy. You can't not like this little guy. Something Guillermo del Toro would put together. Alright, so with that in mind, let's switch up the textures here. Do we have any Weevil-based textures? We got camouflage, rusty armor. That might be the way. Heavy rust armor. Ooh, frozen, dust. I think mossy might be the guy. Okay, very nice. Control Shift middle mouse. So that's given us the kind of like texture that we're going for. Oh yeah, that's given Weasel. It's given a whole lot of Weasel. Honestly, I like that as it is, but we can add some coloring here. So now there were a lot of ones that were kind of like, sort of, they had black in them, right? So let's do my quintessential stripes, the largely unemployed stripes. All right, it's a pretty simple design, but I think it works. There we go. Yeah, that's definitely got a lot more character than it would have had otherwise. All right, so I'm pretty happy with that. Let me just connect up and make sure that all of the other stuff is working the way I want it to. You know what it is? We'll just have to control this ship while docked with the other one, which is fine. That's why we built the antenna. That will solve the problem. Okay, sorry, I was being ridiculous earlier. My immediate response when playing this game is like, oh, for God's sake, you've had 10 years. And then I like play around a little bit. I'm like, oh, okay. It's not as bad as I thought. But you have still had 10 years. Like, it can just be good. It doesn't have to be confusing. I just feel so sorry for someone coming into this game, like, raw, no rubber, at this day and age. Tell me your experiences. What has it been like? Maybe, do we need to do a tutorial series? Is that something there's a market for? Because I can't imagine trying to get into space engineers from the get-go, man. It is crazy out here in the streets. Just the amount of stuff you've got to track. Alright, I think all of our features function. The only problem is what have I done? There is a major... I almost smashed the gun off. There is a major design flaw with the Weevil, and that is that the main cannon actually cannot be loaded from the cargo port. And that's because the little connector, the little conveyor sorter, can't filter the cannon ammo, even though it's small grid. It just won't move it. It just won't move it. I don't know why. I think it's a bug. I can't tell. But it just won't move it. They're both the same connector size. It's not like there's a large grid spot that I'm, trying to connect a small grid one too. They're both small grid. It just won't move the assault cannon shells through it. So yeah, unfortunately, that just doesn't work. But I'll just have to do it manually. So you just got to go over here and you got to chuck a couple shells. I put in a few in here. It takes 1 in the chamber and then 3 in storage. Speaking of, we can put a bit more into these Gatling guns. There we go. Maximum capacity. I think they can take 1 in the chamber and 5 in storage. Oh, look at that. This cargo container has been filtered for tools, ammo bottles, and oh, tools, ammo, and bottles. Sorry, not ammo, bottles. Yeah, which is perfect, because that means that we've, this is our quick access slot. I love that. All right, so is there anything else I want to do to this thing before we hit Control B and blueprint it? I like the colors. I like the shape. I assume it functions fine. It could probably do with another battery, but maybe we can have a 2.0 version. So yeah, let's go ahead and lock this bad boy down. As always, these will be made available to you on the Steam Workshop to play with in your own world if you want to. Control B. Perfect. So that is the Weevil. We now have the Weevil blueprinted. Fantastic. Which means that I can go ahead and dock this one, let it continue charging while we sort out our printer systems. Which means on the to-do list, we can definitely knock off Design Attack Drone. That is done. Okay, before we build the welding arm, I want to make sure we can actually, weld once we have a welding arm. So the next thing we're going to do is set up our automation targets. So in order to do that, I need another LCD screen. Put that right over there. And this one, we're going to have to set up for Izzy's. We're going to open up this here LCD, and we're going to name it LCD Auto Crafting. And Izzy should just hijack it and display its crafting quotas. Yes, there we go. Okay, cool. So now I just go into here, and I need to just adjust what I want. So let's maintain like 50 artificial food. We'll maintain auto cannon clips. Not too worried about that. Artificial bulletproof glass. Let's do like 400 at a time. You know what? We go through that pretty quick when you actually use it. Give me 800. Canvas, we'll keep 10. Computers, let's do like 800 as well. Construction components, a couple thousand would be good. Maybe 1,200 for now. Detector components, 40. Displays, we'll do like 200. Girders, we'll do like 400. Gravity generator components, none for the moment. We don't really need them. Isn't that we are on a planet. Hydrogen bottles, I'll keep like 2. Interior plates, we'll also do 1, 2. Large tubes can be like 400. Medium caliber ammo, I'm assuming that is the assault cannon stuff. Let's keep 30. Metal grids, we'll keep 250. You know what? We might want more than that when we go up for some heavier armor, if we do. No missiles, we don't need them. Motors, we'll do 600. NATO, this is the box ammunition, can be like 30. The not-so-beef burger could be like, I don't know, 4. The power cell, 80 for a battery, so let's do like 240. So you can build 3 batteries at a time. Radio, we only need 40 because that's how much you would use for an antenna. Magazines for the handgun, not that many. Small tubes, quite a few. Thruster components, steel plates, probably don't need 6,000, maybe 5,000 is fine. Thrusters, 0, we don't need them. And vegan food, water food, oh my god, we got 40,000 water food. Maybe just 400 would be fine. And then wolf steak, oh yeah. Okay, lovely, so what we should see now is the assemblers will kick on, and it will start auto-crafting. So it should have assigned, so those are the new quotas. Just give it a moment. You can always see here. How do I set this little screen to be... Is it 0:IIM-main? Is that how I get it to display on this screen? Oh, there we go, it worked. Okay, lovely. Perfect. There we go, now it'll scroll through the main stuff on IIM. Alright, so our quotas are, yes, indeed, being assembled. Look at that, the A has come through, so now we're producing more stuff as it goes, and that'll update every few seconds. I don't know what the update ratio is on that anymore, I don't remember. But if we look here, yay, look at that, it is working. So now what you'll see what I mean, I can't move stuff through the assault cannon, right? I can't pick stuff up and move it through, but I can, if I go into here, pick it up and put it in through the Gatling gun. So that connector's working. There's just another connector that's not working. Maybe I didn't link it up properly, but I definitely linked up the Gatling guns. So, but the Gatling guns are given their resources through the assault cannon. So it's definitely making it through there. It's just not putting the other bullets in there for some reason. It's very strange. Alright, so that is on the to-do list. We have set up our automation targets, done and dusted. I think they're pretty tame, honestly. I usually go a bit more ridiculous than that, so if anything, I'd say we're reining it in, boys. We're reining it in. Oh, we also added gyroscopes. I missed getting that one off the list last time. Lovely. Alright, we don't really need a to-do list anymore, which is pretty exciting because that means I can... hold on, let's take this out. Put it down here. Nice. And then we can cut off the to-do list and put another module on there, which is pretty awesome. And I think we'll just go for speed. Alright, cool. Another module bites the dust. Excellent. And we've now got this space up here, which could do something, presumably. Alright, but what is the next piece of our puzzle? It is going to be the production of a welding arm. I think that is something we have to work towards. Also, I did do a little bit of greebling off camera, just so that you can see. This now, the Scarab now has a little hood, and the rotor is gone and replaced with a simple landing place again. So how do I want to do this? So I kind of want the arm to... How do I describe this? Maybe it's time to break out the old paint can again. Alright, there we go. Dark mode paint, so that no one complains about their eye sockets. You shouldn't be watching this at 3 a.m. Go to bed. Anyway, our previous arm was a hinge, right, over here, attached to the main ship, that we could sort of extend out with a piston, and then there was a bunch of grinders sort of attached at 90 degrees to it, and they went zzz, and they cut apart the ships. Okay, so that's a grinder. This is, and then this could go kind of up or down, like this. That's not really how I want to do this time. So that's the ship over there. All right. How I want to do it this time is going to be a little bit different. This is the ship. Oh, I know. Listen, put this up next to the Mona Lisa. Okay. This is the ship. We're going to have a rotor this time that has kind of a connecting arm on it. At the top of that arm, we'll have another rotor that's going to be able to swivel up and down. So like this will be able to swivel and store inside this one. And at the end of that arm, we'll have a piston that has the welders on it. So that is kind of the different design philosophy. So this one was just like a rigid body because it needed to be, because the grinders push on stuff. Whereas this is going to sort of deploy out and then pull itself up through the design. That's the idea anyway. It can't start too low because then there won't be room to print. All right, let's go ahead and try this. I don't know if that made any sense. Also, how does Pirate Software do it? I'm going to cut this block away. I'm going to need to put down a rotor over here, which we'll have to grind that head off of and attach to later. Okay, over here, how wide do I want this segment to? The wall's going to be 3 wide. I want this to then be an advanced rotor because we're going to have to connect to yeah, there we go, the network at some point, the conveyor network. So that's going to go there. There we go. Okay, now I need to connect up to this. And look at that. That's actually not that far away. Okay, lovely. This is where things are going to get kind of stupid. We need to actually use one of the pipe connectors that has a smaller collision radius. And I think that's going to be the conveyor pipes. I don't often use these at all because I don't really like the way they look. I know some people really like the industrial aesthetic. I'm not one of those people. We want to do it this way because then... Yeah. I was like, how are we going to move stuff in between the pistons? Now I understand. Okay, we grab a couple of pistons. We stick them like this. Yes. Now we'll have space to pivot stuff in between them. And then in keeping with the theme, we need to do a little bit of funky wonky stuff over here so that we can move this around. I know how jank this looks. Don't worry, I'm fully aware. Because I have to do that so that I can get the rotor over here. The Medusa. Alright, cool. Yeah, that looks sick. And there we go, we've done it again. So now we grab all of this. We glue it all together. This will be the same situation. This rotor is just going to act like a stabilizing hinge. So we turn it off and we attach that rotor head. Excellent. Okay, cool. This one here, we should be able to use the displacement on this side. So yeah, I want you to push it back a little. Push it back to there. And then we can pull this one back as well. You know, what happens if we just... Because I think they have different lengths for some reason. We just pull them both apart. What happens? Okay, so that's like, quote-unquote, perfectly centered then, as all things should be. Okay, yeah, cool. The upper limit on this one should be 0. We don't want it being able to go further beyond than that. It'll smash into our other stuff. So let's reverse this and just make sure this doesn't collide yet. Why has it stopped? I don't think we've hit our deployment limit. No, we definitely haven't. Yeah, what are we at here? 29.15? Yeah, no, that's not the threshold. I think we probably just collided with all this. Where is it getting stuck? Aha! That's what's getting stuck. Interesting, because of the square edge. We're going to have to change the way this looks then. Now we need to do the next segment of this particular puzzle. Maybe 45 for now. Because I just want to start building this out. Alright, and then this needs to have a couple of pistons of its own. Maybe just the one. I don't know. What'll fit in this space? One piston. Yeah, it's going to be one piston. Okay. I think this thing's going to get stuck on itself instantaneously. Because the collisions in this game are way too tight. It's tucking in. I didn't give it enough credit. Is it going to get stuck over here? It is not. Okay, cool. So that does stow up. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Okay, so this then needs to become a hinge. 2 hinges. Okay, I think that's the play. Something like this. Yeah. So I'm thinking it's like this. Okay, so then... it's all coming together. It's all coming together. Oh my god, he's beginning to see. Alright, then my favorite thing to do with these welding blocks. I didn't do it last time, which I really should have. Okay, there's a bit of collision there. That's fine. We can solve that. We just simply reverse this. So does that stow? Let's see. It should. Yeah, it did. Excellent. Okay, dude, this is crazy. It's all coming together. Okay, so what we do now is we get a little bit of safe distance from this thing. And we turn it on. And if it's connected, and it should be, then it'll build the other ones. Yay! Kind of gives you an idea of their welding range too. So they're not building relative to each other, which is a bit of a concern. I cannot believe this actually worked. I'm in awe. All right, now to set up 1,000 more commands. We're gonna need more buttons, that's for sure. Okay, so let's fully retract it and then start going through the process. Like, how do we deploy this gargantuan arm? Okay, so step 1, arm goes out to about 50 degrees. Step 2, the base pistons. Okay, cool. Had to just give them a little bit more torque, but now they can push all that weight. Alright, so the pistons go out. Excellent. And after the pistons, we can rotate that one. So let's give this thing a name. This is going to be Scarab Welding Arm Base Hinge. And then that's... Oh no, that's the end hinge. Okay, then we deploy the Scarab Welding Arm Hinge. Excellent. And then I think we deploy the next... that set of rotors there. Yes. It's all coming together. This is so needlessly complicated. Alright, and then the next step is going to be this guy. Yeah. This is so bad. I think the piston needs to be after these hinges. I think that needs to swap with this. Oh, come on. See, that's looking pretty vertical to me. But yeah, the piston needs to be after the hinges so that we can push this up and down. Yeah, I'm beginning to realize that. This is backwards. Like, this joint needs to be there, and then that joint needs to come out. Otherwise, this is just going to move this thing laterally rather than vertically. Oh, God, which means I got to rip the whole thing apart and rename it all again. Okay, in my world, that's a we'll handle that next time. because this was supposed to be a short episode, and it's already been like an hour and a half of recording. So instead, what we're going to do is fly the test drone out that way and go blow some stuff up. Yeah, sounds like a pretty good plan to me. Time our day up a little bit. And perfect timing, the sun is rising. Look at that. Definitely no admin powers involved there whatsoever. Remote access to the Scarab, of course. We have access to... Yes, there we go. I see all the parts. So turn on the thrusters, turn on the batteries, disconnect that, and then I should be able to then go remote access the Weevil. Yeah, there we go. Hold on. Remote access to the Weevil? What the heck? Why is my... Huh. I wonder why I can't connect to this thing. Yeah, controlling the Weevil. Check. Lock it in. Now, while sitting in this vessel... Okay, I unlock it, then I lose control. Why? I don't understand why. Maybe this antenna's bugged. I'm gonna blame it on that. I mean, that does fold up real nice. You gotta give us that one. That does fold up real nice. Oh man, that is just so... I wish it worked better, but that is so cool. Maybe we can get cute with it, with how we move up and down the arm, so we don't have to just do it all again. Because I do like the way that folds. Okay, we got the normal old antenna up now. Although I do want to move that forward one, but we got the old normal antenna up now. Let's see if that makes any difference. I sincerely do not understand why it won't let me connect. Like, everything's correct. And now it works. Yeah, that thing was just bugged. Yeah, that works completely fine. Okay, cool. So that new antenna just doesn't work properly. Alrighty. Well, I was thinking today we should probably finish off with a bit of a bang. So let's go and do that. The enemy base is that way. I plan to be this way. Alright, let's do a bit of a test. Oh my goodness. Let's do a bit of a test fire here on that tree. Yep, I'd say that shoots. Okay, Gatling guns work. Systems online, baby. Alright, enemy location. Presently undetected. Am I flying the right way? Nope. Here we go. Okay, what are we up against here? Switch to the cannon. I want to just check where it fires. I assume it fires where the smaller reticle is. Like... No, that hit all the way down there. So, if I shoot there... Oh, yeah, the projectile arcs. I see it now. Okay. Okay, big shot. I hit just below it. Are those getting close enough? I don't want to get into fighting range here. Well, we're fighting now, boys. Spray him down. Spray him down. Okay, we're taking a few hits. We're still in the fight. Okay, we are less in the fight now than we may have been previously. Uh-oh. Well, it's a good thing we've got a blueprint to that bad boy, and that it's cheap. Okay, well, let's go and survey the aftermath, shall we? That was very funny. Oh, bad. That did not quite have the effect we desired. So, few problems with the design. It doesn't strafe very well, for one. Oh, there's our pitiful little bunker. Yeah, what happened? We must have lost the thruster? We must have lost our strafing thrusters, I think. Anything I can recoup here? Wait, why was this stuff in there? Was this thing being used as storage? Hold on, can we cut in? We do a little black box autopsy on this bad boy. Yes, it was the damn Izzy's was using this as storage. Oh, my flare gun! No! I wonder how much stuff we just lost because of that. I hope there wasn't any gold or anything in there. Okay, and get out of there. Alright. Time to reconsider. Well, as dramatic and anticlimactic as that was, it is going to have to form the subject of the next episode, because I am completely and entirely out of time. I'm actually 20 minutes late for my meeting right now, so I need to go. Thank you all so much for hanging out today. I've had a ton of fun playing this one, and I really look forward to what we figure out in the next episode. I need to come back at this with some fresh eyes. I would absolutely love your suggestions. I think I know how to make this work. We've got to swap the piston and the hinges, and then that should be a little bit more in line with what I was thinking. But that does fold up real nice. Like, that's pretty cool. Then, secondly, I don't think there's really anything that I can do about that tower. It's pretty heavily armed, and I think our drone was a little lackluster. But you know what? We print another one and try again. Maybe I just don't know how to fly it yet. Thank you all so much for watching today. Thank you all so much for hanging out. The Weevil and I will be back. We might have a Mark II situation going on, but I will be seeing you all in the next one. Cheers.
You made it to the end of the video. Congratulations and thank you. That puts you in the top 3% of viewers. Here's another video that YouTube thinks you're going to like, and here is a list of all the patron and channel member names. If you don't see yours on there, you can find a link down in the description where you can sign up and support this content directly. If your name is on there, well, you probably already know that, huh? So, what are you still doing here?